one thing I have a massive hate to that movie. So anything associated with that movie is just bleh to me. That blame my schooling. Hi, I'm Gordon.
Hi, I'm Darren.
And this is Backroom Chats episode 9.
Yes.
Sorry we've been away for a few weeks. We're on holidays.
Holidays, been a bit sick. No one wants to listen to a snuffly podcast, so we thought we'd better not.
So, yeah, we're back, and episode 9. And what are we talking about today, Darren?
Well, we're back just in time for a huge event, Madonna's Confession 2.
Yes. Something launched, well, it's now Sunday, so 2 days ago for us. And let's just say it's been on heavy repeat here in the house for the last 3 days, 4 days. 3 days. Yeah. I can't count. So, yeah.
But what we thought we'd do today is look back at Madonna's career and just explain to people why Madonna is important to the gay community and to us. How did you first hear of Madonna?
Probably for you. Probably.
Come on.
I didn't listen to a lot of music as a kid, so I'm sure she was on around the house when I was a kid, but I had sisters, so it makes sense. But at the same time, I don't know, I don't remember. So yeah, no, honestly, it's probably from around you. Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, with me, I knew of Madonna mainly through Like a Virgin and Material Girl. I was watching a lot of music TV shows when I was a kid. Didn't really get into it though until the Immaculate Collection. That's when I sort of it was a good spot where it collected all the hits from the 80s into one thing and then a few extra new songs on there, and that was a great CD. That was one of my first CDs, that one. So like I said, as a young kid, vaguely remember, sorry. Ooh.
Darren's squeaking. Yeah. I may or may not edit that out. We'll see.
As a young kid, I do remember Like a Virgin because as like an 8-year-old, I was going, "What's a virgin?"
And your mum would not have talked about it or worked out what it is or tried to explain what it is.
No.
She probably still wouldn't to this day, and you're now 50. So,
Yeah. So I was in the dark. I knew it was catchy. Material Girl was super catchy, Into the Groove. Those were the 3 I really remember from that period. And then, as I said, when the Immaculate Collection came out, that had everything from like the 90s and before. So I got into Like a Prayer. There was Vogue on, no, there was Vogue on there? I can't remember. I don't think Vogue was on there.
We will confirm here.
Because I know that was on the Dick Tracy soundtrack. And people were going, why is Vogue on the Dick Tracy soundtrack? That was another big one, Vogue.
I do remember Vogue. I think probably the first Madonna song that always comes to mind for me is Holiday.
Yeah.
And it's, oddly enough, every time we go on holidays, it's something we always try and play on the drive to, whether we're driving to the airport, whether we're going camping, whether we're going, wherever we're going, we try and play that song. Mind you, we didn't for this last trip.
No.
No.
No need to dispel the illusion there. But yeah, Vogue was a banger. It came out in 1990 and it was absolutely huge. It was absolutely everywhere, mainly due to the song itself, and the film clip was black and white. Madonna had a very thin lace top with nothing underneath it. So it was filmed by David Fincher, which did Fight Club and Alien 3 and all those good movies at the time, well, later. But it was super influential because it took the dancing Vogue from the ballroom scene in New York, which was all gay, and made it mainstream, basically. Now, she does get a lot of flack for taking that, but she had gay dancers from that scene as well in the film clip. And, they ended up going on concert tours with her and being her actual dancers. So
once again, this is probably a topic that's probably more going to be Darren than me. I have probably more recent memories of Madonna and stuff like that. So we'll get to those later in the podcast, I'm assuming. I'm just going to take his lead.
Yeah.
Like we normally do.
Yeah. Thanks.
Well, one of us normally leads depending on what the topic is. So, you know.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, so Vogue was huge and influential. It was #1 everywhere at the time. And Madonna was really, she had a lot of gay friends when she was growing up, and when she first started, she was friends with a lot of gay artists in New York. She, like Andy Warhol and Basquiat, Keith Haring, another gay artist, and she saw a lot of people die from AIDS, like a lot of her friends, including 2 of those artists, like died from AIDS. So she was one of the first big celebrities who actually supported AIDS charities. I'm not sure if she had her own AIDS charity or she just supported them. I can't remember. But yeah, she basically was like sold the message for AIDS when a lot of other celebrities wouldn't touch it as a topic because it was too risque and they didn't want to like be associated with gays and gay sex basically at the time. So in the 80s, it was pretty bleak for the gay community, and she was a light with her music and also her support for the gay community. So much so that she actually had, I think she had a flyer for safe sex in her actual Like a Prayer album in the vinyl. And I think she used to like throw out condoms in the audience and actually have a safe sex message at her concerts as well. So obviously that was very important, and she probably saved a lot more lives than normal celebrities would have at that stage. Madonna's support for the gay community was there right from the start. Like, we helped shape her and her music, as you probably hear if you're listening to Confessions too. Like, there's a lot of references to early New York and the gay scene and danceteria and things like that. So we influenced her, and then she influenced us, and it's been a cycle ever since. Like, that's why a lot of the older gays sort of go, Madonna's my queen, because she was there for us, especially for music and support of the community.
Yep, definitely.
Now, on to some fun topics.
Okay.
I always remember the Immaculate Collection because the CD booklet at the time had Madonna standing next to a male urinal in a male toilet. That really affected me for some reason. I don't know why. It was just like, you know, people were outraged by it at the time, and I'm just going, well, it's a toilet, like, who cares? But it sort of was like, Madonna wasn't afraid to get down and dirty and talk about sex. Like, at that time, she also released Justify My Love, which was one of the first film clips that were banned on MTV. So, and that was purely because of the sexual content. She was kissing girls, boys were kissing boys. I know, but back in the early 90s, that was very much forbidden.
And then Katy Perry just brings out a whole song about it.
Yeah, that's why I don't like her. But it's just like, oh, okay. Before that,
Mind you, the piano guy on the cruise did a great rendition of it. We just had our holiday was a cruise, and the piano guy was fantastic. Shout out to Andy, he was amazing.
yeah, he decided to do a version of Kissed a Girl saying he kissed a boy, and it was hilarious.
Yep.
He was Argentinian, and the last person who you'd think would say things like that. But
considering his other songs throughout the cruise were Darren's mum and Living Next Door to Darren. And
yes, I was quite popular on the cruise in the piano bar. Yay!
Anyway, that's off topic. Sorry about that, guys. We're back.
But yeah, that was the first time I sort of heard about Madonna's controversy. Obviously, before that, there was things like a Prayer, where the film clip had burning crosses. I remember watching that, and I'm just going, oh, there's burning crosses and a black Jesus. I grew up in a religious household, but it didn't really faze me. I just went, I don't know what the fuss is about. But, you know, at the time, Pepsi took that film clip down straight away because they were sponsoring it. So they didn't want to be sponsored by someone dancing in front of burning crosses.
Well, you think they would have looked at the film clip before they said, yep, we'll sponsor this. But, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, companies aren't that smart sometimes.
No, not normally.
So probably the biggest next album was Erotica. Erotica came out, I think it was in the charts in Australia for like 3 years. There was 7 singles off it. And it came out at the same time as The Sex Book. Unfortunately, I was too young to actually buy a copy.
Very, very, very hard to find.
I still want a copy, so...
Not an original.
If you've got a copy for sale...
Yeah, not an original. There's the Chinese ripoff or Japanese ripoff, is it?
No, Japanese isn't a... It's not a rip-off.
Oh, it's not a rip-off. Okay.
No, it's just published, so it's all in Japanese.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. The Japanese one is easier to find than the original release. So, but yeah,
that's one of my grails. But yeah, she brought out this whole book about sex, including Vanilla Ice. Well, the less said about Vanilla Ice these days, the better. But he was in there. She was... spread-eagled over a mirror, talking about herself and her parts. She was photographed naked, hitchhiking on a freeway somewhere in the US, all things like that. Really arty book, but it just like, people went nuts. They were upset. It was like drama. And obviously, it sort of helped Erotica, but it also harmed her sales of Erotica, especially in the US, because US is...
They're a weird bunch. Sorry. You are a weird bunch. You still are. We appreciate all of our US customers, but you're still a weird bunch. In the best possible way.
Wow. Probably not put that in.
Okay.
No. I coughed in there.
I appreciate our US customers, and our US customers aren't a weird bunch. Well, you are in your own unique way, and that's what we love about you. But the rest of America's just odd.
Yes. But yeah, so Erotica was a huge album for me. Like, it was when I was starting to like go through puberty and think about sex, and like it made the whole topic of sex sort of like normal to me. Like, it was just like I didn't understand what the big deal was and why everyone was outraged because it was sex. It was just like, well, everyone has sex because, you know, that's how we're all here. Like, why are people upset? I didn't get it, but it's sort of like, it was one of those moments in my life where I was sort of like, well, you don't know unless you try it. And like, you know, it's something that happens. It's a natural part of life. And I didn't understand the controversy. And I thank Madonna for that, because I still don't understand the controversy. But yeah, there was some huge songs on that one. Deeper and Deeper is always a banger that I love. It's one of my favorites. It's very dance floor gay joy. It was very 90s house, which I appreciate. And the thing I like about the new album is there's a lot of references to 90s house. It's probably one of my favorite eras of music.
Definitely.
I know Gordon loves 90s house as well.
Yep.
What other songs are on there? There's Bad Girl, which was awesome. I love that song. The film clip was awesome. It had Christopher Walken as her guardian angel, hovering over Madonna while she's making bad choices like smoking cigars, cigarettes, and hooking up with bad men before she dies. That film clip is just wild. Do yourself a favor, go and watch Bad Girl. It's weird in the best way. But yeah, that was hugely influential album in my upbringing. So, do you remember Erotica at all?
Little bits. What era was that? What
90s.
Early 90s.
Early 90s, yeah.
See, I'm about 4 or 5 years behind, younger than Darren. So, like in the early 90s, I was in my early teens. So, I don't remember a lot of it. And then at that point in time, I also moved out to the country and had very little access to current music and
TV.
And
Everything.
So yeah, I was a bit sheltered in that sense. So, you know, like I and my parents they were very particular with their type of music, and it wasn't Madonna, for sure.
I couldn't even imagine your mum listening to Madonna now.
Probably not.
So yeah, after the controversy of erotica, then came bedtime stories, which was more mainstream.
She's got a bit of a theme happening here with her music.
Well, bedtime stories.
Bedtime stories, erotica.
Sex is a huge theme.
Sex is a theme for Madonna.
I mean, on erotica, one thing I just remembered was there's a song about getting eaten out. So, you know, from a woman's perspective. I'm hoping you know what song I'm talking about. Where All Life Begins.
Oh, okay. No.
No, yeah, it's all about getting licked out.
Fair enough. Cool.
Oh, Gordon's blushing. Or throwing up slightly, I don't know which. But yeah, bedtime stories. It was sort of an attempt to like be a bit more mainstream. Like there was things like Take a Bow, which was a huge #1 hit in Australia. Like absolutely phenomenal. I think it was like #1 for over 10 weeks or something like that. I know it was a worldwide hit. But yeah, it was a bit safer. But then in the middle of the album, you'd have something like Human Nature, which is like, fuck you, everyone. I'm going to do what the fuck I want. I don't care what you say about me. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And it's just like, that's very Madonna. Like you go to a Madonna concert and what's her favorite saying? Motherfucker. She gets the crowd to say it all the time. Yeah. Love it. But yeah, like, unfortunately, like I was a bit too young to start going to concerts because that was the first time she came to Australia for the girly show, which I was too young for and missed that. And then she didn't come back until Rebel Heart tour in the teens.
So you've only been to one Madonna concert, which is the same one I've been to.
Yep.
Ah, there you go. Okay. Yep. I thought you'd been to another one. I was Kylie, you've been to an extra one or two.
Yeah, Kylie, I've been and saw Kylie about 5 times. So she was my other diva growing up because I was there from Locomotion all the way through. But that's another episode. Yes. But yeah, after Bedtime Stories, she did Evita, she did a few movies.
Sorry. I have a one thing I have a massive hate to that movie. So anything associated with that movie is just bleh to me. That blame my schooling.
Yes. And why? Because they made you watch it?
I had to do a movie report on it or something like that. So I had to like watch it like multiple times over, and it was long. I had no interest in it, and it was just, yeah. Anyway, we'll stop there.
And because of that, I've never actually seen it either because
we're not allowed to watch it. He'd have to watch it when I'm not home. There's just plenty of times he can do that if he wanted to, but he'd need a good solid 8 hours.
But then after that, Madonna came back with Ray of Light, which was one of her top albums, one of my favorites. Ray of Light, I remember, like, we didn't have streaming back then. We had to actually go and buy a physical release. So I went...
CD?
Got a CD.
On CD?
On CD, yep. Because vinyl, no one thought about vinyl in the 90s. It was
vinyl had disappeared into the ethos for a while.
It was all about CDs. So I remember buying that CD. At the time, I was still living at home. My mum had gone to work, and I just put it on the stereo and just blasted it full volume and danced. I just loved it. It just makes me happy.
Is that the blue cover with the gold logo-y type thing?
Yep. So I think I had a digipack version that had sort of like a embossed finish to it, and I don't even think it had a picture of Madonna on it, but yeah, I think it got stolen, unfortunately. But yeah, loved that album. I mean, first single off that was Frozen, which was unlike anything on the radio at the time.
This is the era where I sort of start remembering a bit more about Madonna, and I recognise that I can sort of put the name to the song. Like, yeah, I'm not very good with music. I listen to a lot of music in the car because I drive a lot, and I sing along to a lot of music. But I can't. I'll know if it's Madonna, obviously, but but I can't always narrow up the artist to the song that I'm singing to the title and know what. Yeah, but
song titles and album titles are your weakness.
Oh, that song. Yeah, I like that song.
Yeah, but
what's that song that goes like this? Yeah, that's me.
Frozen. That was an incredible film clip with her in her dark sort of witchy era with her long black hair and like the dogs, Dobermans and stuff, and she's transforming into all sorts of shadows and shapes and all sorts of stuff and backwards, and love that one. And then of course Ray of Light itself, that's a banger. What I like most about Madonna, it's just like, it's stuff that you want to get up and dance to. It's just like, you get on the dance floor and you just forget about everything around you and you just dance and be stupid and like throw your hands up in the air, and you forget about the world, you forget about your problems, and like that means a lot to me. Like, it's just like, that's something that I hear that a lot of the younger crowd aren't experiencing as much because they're too self-conscious, because everyone's got a camera. We've got 3 here. Everyone's got a camera. Everyone wants to film you if you're doing something stupid in public and things like that. And I think it's a real shame because, like, we had none of that back in our day, and we could do whatever we want. And plus, everyone was sort of drunk anyway, so they're not going to remember. Yeah. Which was probably the best thing.
Yeah.
Like, you went out and you just had fun. And you're in a group of people, and yeah, it's just the best feeling in the world. It's always something special to me, that, and like, it just got better when music came out as well. That album, I love that album, especially Impressive Now I'm doubting the title. Impressive Instant? Yes.
You have a Google in your pocket.
I know. So, Impressive Instant. I still can't say it.
He just spent 5 minutes looking it up on his phone and he still can't get it right.
Impressive Instant is one of my favourite tracks of Madonna.
Are you sure it is?
Yes! It's just not mentioned in the lyrics anywhere, so shut up. It's just a techno, like, it's great to dance to. Still one of my favourite Madonna tracks. I remember probably around this time when she did the Drowned World tour, when it came out on DVD, I remember going to one of my local gay clubs. They had a screening of it, and just watching that concert on the big screen, because it didn't come to Australia. So, but I think that's like the second or third song in the set, and she's dancing with fire extinguishers and people in gas masks, which also I kind of like. I mean, it just adds so much more to the song. It should have been a single. I wish it was, but it wasn't, unfortunately. This would be getting into your sort of era, American Life.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on American Life?
I like the song.
What about the album?
It's an album. I know the song.
That's okay. So American Life,
Sorry,
American Life came out, and it was after 9/11. It was at the start of the second Iraq War, and Madonna came out with a film clip that showed a lot of war imagery. I think at the end it had George Bush, the president at the time. Someone chucked a grenade at him and he blew up. I think that's the end of it. That's the final uncut version. I don't think it's on Apple Music. You actually have to find it on YouTube. But yeah, it was so controversial at the time, and it wasn't released. It's the first time Madonna went, okay, this is too controversial and I'm just not going to release it. Which is a shame. Like, Madonna built her career on controversy, and it was a real shame that she had to, or she decided to take it back. And it really hurt album sales in the US because, you know, the thing's called American Life. So people were going, oh, well, Madonna doesn't know what American life is. So that hurt her immensely. But in Australia, we loved it. I mean, it is a fan favorite now. A lot of people actually get back into it after the fact. But it's one of my favorite because it was another experimentation. Like, Madonna was just doing what she wanted to do. And as a bit of an artist, I appreciate that in Madonna's work. Like, she's never repeating the same things again. I mean, American Life brought back camo. So, unfortunately, you can blame Madonna for camo cargo pants making a resurgence in the early 2000s. That was all Madonna.
Bet you the rednecks won't agree with that.
Oh, no, they wouldn't like that at all.
Not at all.
Controversial opinion. Ha ha ha. Probably the biggest biggest part of her career that everyone remembers, a lot of young people remember because they were around. This was the first Madonna album that they saw released, was Confessions on a Dance Floor. And like, after American Life was a bit heavy for the mainstream, like a bit like Madam X later. It's just like, it's full of experimentation and not everyone got it straight away. Confessions on the Dance Floor, Madonna just went, okay, we're still in a war. Everyone just needs to shut up and dance, basically. Just get up on the dance floor and forget about the world. And like, it was just a very positive album, and still is. Like, and it was something that we needed at that time. Like, everything was going, we thought everything was bad. 9/11 had happened. It was just before the big depression in 2009, but everyone thought, you know, is it ever going to be good again? Because there's this big war going on that no one knew why we were there. And Madonna said,
now.
I know, right? Funny that she's decided to do part 2 to that. But yeah, Madonna has a knack of reading the world and knowing what the world needs at that time. I mean, not always, but she does know when we need to dance. And that was a moment in time that we needed to dance. And you had Hung Up first of all, which had ABBA. ABBA is a big gay sort of cult band. Like, if you don't know ABBA, do yourself a favor, go back and listen to ABBA. But it had a ABBA sample. That's the first time that ABBA had actually given permission to use a sample in a song for Hung Up. And yeah, it's just so good.
Yep.
It makes me want to dance all the time. And then having that, and then Sorry as the second single, that was like even better. Like, the two of those are my two favorite songs off of that album. They just go together so well, and yeah, they make me happy.
There's a bit of a theme here. Madonna like makes Darren happy, and what makes Darren happy makes me happy.
You also had one song from Confessions on the Dance Floor, Jump, which was on The Devil Wears Prada. It was on
Like the movie.
It's in the movie, and it was playing on the trailers, I do believe, as well. So that also helped the album become like super, super big. We love that movie. I think every gay knows that movie and loves that movie. It's full of quotable quotes. And just having a Madonna song in there, I think Vogue's in there as well, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely. Yeah.
Vogue and Jump are the two songs in there, and like, you can't have a better film to have her music in, really, can you?
No. It's one of my favourite movies.
Yes.
And the second one was just as good.
Okay, so after the bangers that came out on Confessions, like, really, the next couple of albums aren't my favourite in Madonna's body of work. She had such a good run from like Erotica all the way through to Confessions, the first one, and then she came out with Hard Candy, which had a lot of Justin Timberlake on it. And who was with Justin Timberlake? His producer, Timberland. And it was probably the first time where Madonna was like trying to be current instead of actually
Being herself.
And actually like starting trends. She was just following trends.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not my favorite album. It's really one I don't listen to a lot. And MDMA that came out in 2012, I believe. The first half of that album I absolutely adore because there's a lot of Euro techno sort of dance music, and like the first 4 or 5 songs in a row are like absolute bangers, and then it just sort of loses its way after that. It's, yeah, Girls Gone Wild, I love that song, and a couple of songs after that, but after I think it gets to Joan of Arc, I think, and yeah, I lost interest after that. Rebel Heart was a big one. Rebel Heart, I remember we were still living in the city. We had our own house, and I remember that was the album that got leaked. So I remember that Madonna, because the album got leaked, she quickly got the first 6 tracks together and put them on iTunes. It was just like, ooh. It was like probably 4 months before the album came out. And then she went through and remixed the whole album and to try and distance herself from the actual leaked demos. And it's a bit of a mess. There's some good stuff there, but it's sort of all over the place. I think it really needed to be a shorter album. I mean, the title song isn't even on the normal length album, which is weird.
Yeah. It was a great concert.
We did go to see the concert.
It was a great concert.
That was the first time seeing Madonna live, and fantastic. I mean, I remember nuns dancing on strip poles. I'm sure there was a bed thrown in there somewhere.
There was a car.
There was a car for Body Shop. There was a whole floor that sort of angled up, and they were dancing on an angle for Material Girl, I think it was. And this floor was a screen as well. So,
yep.
And then it went up higher, and then they were falling down, then climbing back up. And I remember we were close enough to the front where there was dancers on poles, and they were like right up the top of these long poles, and they were swaying over the top of our heads, and like I swear if we put our hands up high enough we could have touched them. It was just like wild. And then obviously getting to see Madonna play guitar, like
it was fantastic. Yeah.
Oh, so good, so good.
We've been to a few great concerts. That was definitely one that stands out in my memory.
But yeah, like everyone used to go, everyone at the time went, oh, Madonna, she was late.
Oh, yeah. Everyone bitched and moaned about her coming on stage. Like, who cares? You waited this long for her. Wait a few more minutes.
My theory is if you're paying that much to go to a concert, take the day off afterwards and don't go to work. That means it doesn't matter how late they are, then you can enjoy the concert. Like,
yep.
It's not like you're buying the ticket like 2 seconds before the concert. You're buying it like 6 months, 8 months, 12 months in advance.
And spending a lot of money on those tickets. They were expensive tickets, even for the seats we had, and they were good seats, but they weren't great seats.
No.
But they were expensive seats still. Like, yeah.
Not as expensive as they would be now, but But yeah, like
I remember when they went on. I remember the day they went on sale because I was working, and I said to my boss at the time, I said, "At roughly this time, I'm not going to be working until I get these tickets." She's like, "Huh?" I said, "I'm not going to be working until okay, just do what you need to do, and just start back to work when you got the tickets." I got the tickets.
yeah. But yeah, like it was like such a good concert. So yeah, I loved it.
It was fantastic. Yeah.
Loved it. Loved it.
Yep.
I mean, I would have loved to have seen other ones. I mean, I would have loved to have seen Drowned World Tour. That would have been that. I watched that often. I remember after Rebel Heart, I think one of our Madonna clubs in Brisbane actually did a few screenings, and we went to see what concerts was it? It was, I think it was the Reinvention Tour, and
Was that in like a cinema type?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the Confessions Tour, I think. I think we saw them back to back, didn't we? Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
In a cinema. And that, I mean, watching them on a TV is great, but when you're in a cinema watching these concert films and
With other
surrounded by fans and singing along, it's nearly as good as a concert.
Yeah, not quite, but it's getting there.
And especially seeing though in Australia, like
Well, she's only been here, what, twice?
twice.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't even get the Celebration Tour out here, unfortunately, because we're too expensive to come out here. Yeah, unfortunately. So after Rebel Heart, then we had Madam X. Madam X is good. I like it for the experimentation, but it's still not one that I listen to a lot. But I think it is underrated. And then, of course, we had to wait a whole 7 years through COVID, because Madam X was at the start of COVID, so that fucked up her tour. And then Madonna got sick and nearly died.
Fair enough.
You didn't know she nearly died? Yeah. That's why it took her so long.
I thought she was just lazy.
Oh, wow. Madonna, if nothing else, she's not lazy.
Not lazy.
But anyway, that brings us to Confessions 2. So we're still digesting Confessions 2. As you can see, Madonna means a lot to me especially, but means a lot to both of us.
Yeah.
You know, some of our greatest memories have Madonna as a soundtrack, you know, like whether it's holidays or out in the club, things like that.
Yep.
You know, Madonna's always been there for us, and it'll be a very sad day when she's not.
Yep.
But yeah, go out, do yourself a favour, as Molly Meldrum used to say. Do yourself a favour, go out, listen to the new album. You will not be disappointed. It's probably up there with my favourite albums at the moment. Like, and I've only listened to it like, you know, maybe 10 times.
50 times.
Oi, not quite that much. I don't want to get...
Okay, so the pre-release songs, we've probably listened to at least twice a day, every day since they've come out. Okay. While I've been home. God knows what he does when I'm not home. So...
But yeah, do yourself a favour.
Yes.
Go out and listen to Madonna. Like, now is the time when we shouldn't be self-conscious. We should go out and have fun with other people on the dance floor. Like, that's what the whole album is about. And I think it's important now more than ever. Like, all that other stuff out there that's happening in the world, it's all negative shit. Like, this is something positive, and by listening to positive stuff and being positive, it's going to counteract all that negative shit. I mean, it worked the first time you guys like elected Barack Obama, the first black president. So, you know, what can happen this time? Go out and support the Queen. Not that she needs it. I think she's doing fine without our endorsement, but yeah.
Hey, if it wasn't for us, I mean, it's...
I know, right? Hey, I feel like a bad gay. I've only got 3 versions on vinyl.
Yeah.
Out of 20. So shut up. I'm doing quite. I've
Restrained?
restrained. Is the word of the day. Restraint and Madonna. That doesn't really go together, does it? But anyway, guys, like, Madonna is close to my heart. Like, I wouldn't be the type of gay I am without her. Like, she taught me that expressing yourself is not a bad thing. Being who you are is not a bad thing. And I think we all need to hear that. Like, not just the gays, that all the women out there need that to hear that as well. Like, and the fact that she's still going at 67, looking as good as she does, going out there partying for a month to release an album, like, she's working harder than a lot of the pop divas at the moment, and good on her.
Yep.
Anyway, guys, I think we've rabbled on enough.
Yeah, just a little bit.
This is probably our longest one so far, but
That's okay. It's allowed to
hey, it's Madonna.
be. You get him talking about Madonna, it's hard to shut him up, so.
And I'm sure there's a lot I've missed too. Like a Prayer. I've hardly talked about Like a Prayer, but you know.
Yep. Alright guys, if you have enjoyed today's podcast, please leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts on Madonna. Let us know your thoughts on which is your favourite album. There you go. Leave in the comments below which is your favourite album out of all of her albums.
And your favourite song.
And your favourite song. Yeah, 2 parts.
And your favourite song to dance to, your favourite ballad.
No, just the 2 part. Favourite album, favourite song, and put them in the comments below. We would love to hear from our people, from our followers out there. And if you do want to support us, we sell t-shirts. That's, you know,
we've got a few confessions ones as
confession
well.
type ones. Yep.
They're not your generic confession ones because we don't want to sit there.
We don't want to be generic.
We don't want to put Madonna's image on a t-shirt because
we're getting
copyright.
Yeah.
But we have confessions ones that are a bit kinky. So check those out below. Go to our store at
backroomgear.store and check them out. There's heaps and heaps of shirts there. Sure, you'll find something you'll love, and give us a little bit of support. That's all we ask for. Not much. And if you don't want to do that, leave a like and leave a comment, and yeah, we're happy with that as well.
Anyway, everyone, stay kinky and enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the new album.
Stay kinky, guys. See ya.